Hello students, today I Sudeep Yadav is here with first chapter of class 8th subject science part 2. In this video, we have to be discuss about the basic practices of crop production. So let's start. Cultivation of crops involves several activities. These activities or tasks are referred to as agriculture practices. So let's start one by one these all agricultural practices. Number first step, preparation of soil. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. This allows to this allow the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. This loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. These organisms are friends of the farmer since they further turn and lose the soil and add the humus to it. So that is the reason behind these all organisms are known as a friend of farmer. Now tilling. What is tilling? The process of loosening and turning the soil. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plowing. This is done by using a plow. You can see in this picture there is a farmer tilling the soil. Implements. Agricultural implements for tilling soil. Number first, plow. In old days, people use wooden plow, but in nowadays, people use iron plow. In the pictures, you can see the wooden plow as well as the iron plow. Next, agricultural implements for tilling. Number first, hoe. It is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. And second one is a cultivator. Nowadays, plowing is done by tractors driven cultivator. The use of the cultivator saves labor and time. You can see in this picture there is a cultivator. Now the next step, that is sowing. So first, selection of seed. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Good quality seeds are clear and healthy seeds of a good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Tools used for sowing seeds. Number first, traditional tool. The tool used traditionally for sowing seeds is shaped like funnel. The seeds are filled in the funnel, passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. So you can see in this picture there is a traditional method of sowing. Now second one is a modern method, that is a seed drill method. Nowadays the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of the tractors. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depths. It also ensures that seeds get covered with the soil. So you can see in this picture there is a farmer who is using a seed drill to sowing the seed. Next, the third step, that is adding manure and fertilizers. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. Soil supplies minerals, nutrients to the crop. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plants in certain areas. In the same farmers grow crop field. The field is never uncultivated or fallow. Because of this, continuous growing of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the field to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in weak plants. So we have to be supply a proper quantity of the manure. Now next, manure and fertilizers. What are the manures and what is the manure and what is the fertilizers? Let's see. Manure. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of the plant or the animal wastes. It can be prepared in the field. It provides a lot of humus to the soil. It is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Second one, that is the fertilizer. Fertilizers is an inorganic salt. They are prepared in factories. It does not provide any humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. For example, urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now next, irrigation. That is the fourth step. Irrigation. The supply of water to the crops at different intervals is called the irrigation. So this is the irrigation. Sources of irrigation. What are the sources of irrigation? The sources of irrigations are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dam and canals. Now types of irrigation. There are the two types of the irrigation. Number first, traditional method, and second one is the modern method. Let's see traditional method of irrigation. There are the four kinds. Number first, chain pump. Second, moth, that is also known as the pulley system. Third, dhekli. Fourth, rahat, that is also known as lever system. You can see in this diagram there are the two another kind of the irrigation method given. Now modern methods of irrigation. These are the very important. Number first, that is the sprinkler irrigation. It is an easy and simple method of irrigation. Nowadays, water is provided to the fields by spraying water droplets similar to rain through pipes. Any loss of water is avoided in the sprinkler system. Problem of the water logging is not present in the system. The balance of groundwater is also maintained. Sprinkler irrigation is done in areas with less water and uneven ground level. The main pipeline is laid in the field. They are joined to perpendicular pipelines with rotating nozzles. Water from the tube wells is allowed to pass through these pipelines under pressure, which escapes from the rotating nozzles and gets sprinkled on the crops. Now second modern method, that is the drip irrigation method. This is also very important irrigation method, that is drip irrigation. This method of irrigation is gaining popularity in areas with the scarcity of water. Narrow pipes with small holes are laid on the fields. When water flows through the pipes, it drips at the place of the roots of the plants. The roots absorb the water and supply it to the plants. Furthermore, no water is wasted in this method. So you can see in this diagram there are the both kind of the irrigation system. Number first, that is the drip system, and second one is the sprinkler system. Now fifth step, that is the protection from weeds. Weeds, what are the weeds? In a field, many other undesirable plants may grow naturally along with your crop. These undesirable plants are called the weeds. And how can we overcome on the weeds? Weeds can be controlled by using certain chemicals called the weedicides. For example, 2,4-D. This is the weedicide. The manual removal includes physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground from time to time. So this is the another method by which you can remove your weeds. You can see in this picture there is a man spraying weedicides. Now sixth step, that is the harvesting. This is very important. Harvesting of a crop is an important task. Cutting of a crop after its maturation is called harvesting. It can be done manually with the help of the sickle or by a machine called harvester or combine. In the harvested crop, the grain are separated from the chaff by the process of winnowing and the threshing. You can see the pictures of the sickle and the combine. Now last one is the storage. Farmers have to store grains in jute bags or metallic bin. However, large-scale storage of the grains is done in silos and the granaries to protect them from the pests like the rats and the insects. You can see in this picture. Animal husbandry. Animals reared at home or in farms have to provided with proper food, shelter and care. When it is done on a large scale, it is called the animal husbandry. So students, today we have discussed all the basic practices of the crop production. Okay, so I hope you must have enjoyed this video. Thank you students. Thank you.